I'd like to ask you some questions, and it would be great you to answer them if it is comfortable.
Okay, that's fine.
So the first question is, what are the main tasks and principles of your upbringing system in your school?
What are the main tasks?
Yeah.
Sorry, you'll have to say that again. I haven't got a very good contact.
Yeah, what are the main tasks and principles of your upbringing system in your school?
Well, it's too big a subject to say just quickly. You know, the main concept of our school is better read on our website because, you know, for me to talk about it would take too long, really.
Okay, maybe in few words.
Well, it's about freedom for the individual. It's a system that allows children to develop into the people they feel they want to be.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, do you think this system is appropriate to any world in the to any country in the world?
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I think that systems like ours would make the world a more peaceful place, and it would make the world understand one another much better.
Mm-hmm.
If you could use this system on a global scale, it would make the world into a peaceful place.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. And will this system be appropriate to our world in 100 years?
In the future?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Hopefully people will understand that this is a better system, but whether they will or not, I don't know. You know, one of the difficulties of using this system on a worldwide scale is that this system does not acknowledge any particular religion. It's about you yourself, and you can follow your beliefs, but your beliefs are not more important than you are. Whereas we see with a lot of groups of people throughout the world now, their religion is the most important thing to them, and it kind of governs their whole lives. So in that system, I don't think it would work because the religion would interfere with the natural process of who they are.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a system where you can be deeply religious, but you need to look at yourself first.
Yeah, agree completely with you. And is it easy for children to build their own democratic society in your school?
Yes, very easy. Because the system they live with is one in which they are accustomed to talking and compromising and discussing, so it works anywhere, wherever they go after they've been at Summerhill. It makes it easier for them to mix with other people and to understand other people, so it works very well.
Mm-hmm. And do they have any difficulties or
when they leave?
Obstacles?
I don't think so. I think I think sometimes it's possible for them perhaps to feel a little bit unrealistic about their futures, but I think that happens to all children in school. But you know, everybody who leaves with those qualities and skills that they've gained through being in a community, and they know how to communicate with other people, which is the most important thing you can learn.
Mm-hmm.
And to make decisions. You know, they take decisions every day of their lives, which children in conventional schools are not allowed to do.
And what's their main motivation for doing this? For building
motivation?
Yeah.
I can't say. You know, each person has different motivations. I would say, looking at the community at Summerhill, I would say that their motivation is because they all want their community to work. They want to be able to live in a peaceful community, and that's the motivation for making things work the way they do. But for each individual who's going to decide whether they're going to class and what exams they're going to take, that has to be their own individual motivation.
I've got it. Is it easy for adults to accept children's choices?
No, it's not easy. It's something that you have to learn to do, and you know, we are very accustomed to that at Summerhill, but it's possible to see children. I mean, a very good example is a girl we had once who was a very talented pianist.
Mm-hmm.
And she was so good that our piano teacher had to find a new teacher for her because she was too good for our teacher, and she was very, very talented. And soon after she came to the school, she really gave up playing. She just played a little bit for fun, and she went out into the world. She ended up working in a bank in London and earning a lot of money, and I think now she teaches Tai Chi or something in Thailand. So it was hard to see her throw what we thought was this amazing talent away, but if she didn't want it, then there's nothing we could do, She had to do what she felt she wanted to do.
Maybe there are some fears, maybe adults have some fears concerning children.
Can you say that again, sorry?
Yeah, of course. Maybe adults have some fears concerning children's choices.
Yes, I think they do. And I think as adults we always think we know best.
Yeah, and how to, I don't know, how to accept their choices, how to stay calm.
You just have to be rational about it and to realize this is the child's choice. I mean, obviously, if they're making a very silly choice, a very obviously silly choice, there is no reason why adults shouldn't give them their own opinions. I mean, we talk to the children as real people, and of course we tell them what I would do if it was me. But what you're not doing is trying to make them to be something completely different. So if a child is interested in art and spends every day in the art room, there's no point in trying to persuade them to become a scientist, because that's not within them. They don't want to be a scientist. So we would never try and persuade anybody to do anything. But at the same time, we can say to somebody, I think you're being really unrealistic here. You say you want to be a brain surgeon, but you actually never go to science classes, so you need to get real about life, and you need to face up to the reality. So we do that all the time, but that's not the same thing as trying to change somebody from what they fundamentally are. You have to, if you're going to live with children in this kind of society, you have to be very realistic and very honest. And if somebody's behaving like a complete idiot and behaving in a way that's out of order, then we tell them, what you're doing is out of order. You can't behave like that. That's fine.
Yeah, you're right.
You can't let people just do whatever they like because they think that's what they want to do. It's not okay.
Yeah. Maybe. What would be your advice to children who would like to make their own society and to try themselves in such kind of living and studying? Maybe there is some kind of advice, some piece of advice.
You mean children who want to make such a society as we have?
Yeah.
I think that the advice for everybody is that it's not just about you, it's about your group, and you have to think of what's best for the group. And children, realistically, children only do that as they become older. It's no good asking a group of 7-year-olds to think about what's best for the group, because 7-year-olds really are still only interested in themselves to some degree, and that's not a fault, it's just a reality. When children become 9, 10, they perhaps think more about other people, but really it's not until you're probably 14, 15 that you start to really think more about what's best for everybody and not just what's best for me. And that's something that we need to accept about children, that the younger ones are basically quite self-centered, and that you learn about other people through your own experience and through your own maturity. You can't force people to think about other people.
Okay, thank you. It was so pleasant for me to speak to you. Unfortunately, I don't see your face, but still, thank you for your words and for your...
Well, I don't know how... Hang on, maybe it's because... How about... Just a moment. Oh, there you are. How about that?
Oh! Wow! Oh, I'm so happy to see you.
I did notice that I had to touch the little thing down there, so...
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Call me again if you need more information.
Okay, thank you.
And the best of luck.
Best wishes.
Okay, yeah, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.